Hello, fellow snows, hoes, ugly blokes, and millennial jokes. It's your boys Isaac here, showing you some Control gameplay on the PS4. Now, this first little bit here is like one of my favorite little touches in this game. When you walk into a new area, you're just hit with this. Boom! Dead letters. These big, bold, white letters kind of pop up on the screen. I don't know, I just like that. It's a cool effect. Just adds to the style. And then here I am picking up my collectibles. The game is just like bombarding you with collectibles at the beginning. It's pretty overwhelming, the amount of stuff, and I haven't gone through all of it yet to see how good it fleshes out the lore. But here's some early combat. It's just very simple. This is when you just have the pistol. So it's not a cover shooter because, you know, later on you have powers and you don't really need to take cover and shit. But it's kind of boring at first. It's slow. I didn't really care for it. The shooting fell off. I eventually got used to it. And then here's another little classic Remedy touch here. So you find these little videos hidden around that are like telling you this kind of story of like different stuff that's happening in the world. This is like scientist guy. I kind of forget his name, but he explains a lot of weird shit. Yeah, so it's an object of power. But these videos are almost like the kind of Dharma initiative stuff from like Lost. That's what they kind of remind me of. But yeah, you have these objects of power that are in the world that are random. You have to go up and cleanse them, and then that's how you get a lot of your sort of different powers in the game, like telekinesis and stuff. So I'm going to show you that here in just a second. But yeah, so basically you move through the world, you take out these enemies. You're in this building. It's like the Federal Bureau of Control. And you move through, and it's called the Old House. I don't know, like I think it exists in different dimensions. I'm not really sure. But you go up and you cleanse these control points, and then that makes the building kind of morph and change. So yeah, a lot of the game has this aesthetic, which is one of my least favorite things about it. Sort of office building thing. It's not my favorite. And then you have these like humans and stuff that I guess worked here, and they're kind of like trapped in time or something like that. They're being mind controlled. They're just kind of like floating around in the environment a lot. And then these are the sort of things you want to find in the environment. They kind of give you resources. You're kind of like hidden away, tucked away in little corners and stuff. But here's the first look, sort of the weapon mods. Like you have a couple different variations of the gun, but you can like put different mods on there, like increase reload speed or like does extra headshot damage and stuff like that. And then here I am kind of moving through the first area where you come across this object of power and you have to cleanse it. And so it's basically that little floppy disk that we saw earlier. And he's kind of hanging out back there. Like there's like this weird power swirling around him. And he's grabbing debris and objects from the environment and kind of like throwing them at you as you move through here. So the objective is to kind of stealth sneak up on him. And so that's basically what I'm doing here. So you can kind of get a glimpse of them like right back there. This looks like almost like a little whirlwind, just like picking up random shit and spinning it all around. But yeah, you're basically coming through here and he's throwing stuff at you. It's pretty cool. There's a lot of different ones like this in the game. That's a better look right there. So he's like throwing shit at me as I'm coming across. But then you come up on him here, and then you basically just cleanse him like it's fucking gendered. It's a goddamn floppy disk. But yeah, so here's kind of what that looks like. And then these transport you to these. I don't know. I guess it would almost be like a VR mission from like a Metal Gear game or something, where you're transported to this like almost like training level. And so this is the weird creature thing. I don't know what it is that's talking to you. It's called the board throughout the game. I'm guessing he's going to be explained at some point. I haven't finished it yet. But, so here you are starting out in these little, like I said, like almost like training area, like Metal Gear Solid VR mission shit, where it's very basic. And this kind of just teaches you, it's like a tutorial for how to do your different abilities and stuff as you move through the game. So this is the first time I'm getting telekinesis. So basically, at least on PS4, you're hitting R1 to grab something and then just releasing it. to launch it. So it's pretty easy. It's a really fun mechanic. I mean, the gameplay definitely hinges on that a lot. You know, I just, it's fun for a while, but after 10 plus hours, to me, this game just becomes like throw shit at enemies, the game, because they don't really give you a lot of other interesting powers. And maybe I'll unlock some stuff by the time I get to the last little bit here. Like I said, I'm getting close to the end, and I just don't really see that there's going to be much more. So yeah, I'm kind of a little disappointed in the game. Like, it kind of just gets a bit rote to me, where all I'm doing is walking in rooms and just like constantly picking up shit and throwing it at enemies, because it's the most deadly way to do it, you know. And you can level up your abilities. Like later on, you can like pick up dead bodies and throw them. You just increase the damage and stuff like that. There's a mod where the enemies will like shoot. The enemies will like shoot grenades at you. You can pluck those out of the air, throw them back. So right there's another cool mechanic in this game, where you can pull an object from behind an enemy, and it'll like hit them in the back and like knock them down or kill them. But here I'm trying to like pistol snipe this dude way back there. PS4 controller for shooters, definitely not my favorite. But for a game called Control, it does control pretty well. Boom, headshot right off the edge. And that's me basically clearing the sort of training sector, and there's the board talking to me again. And you come to the end, and you get kind of transported back, or whatever. It's pretty neat. Here I am clearing another control point, a different point in the game, and I kind of add this in here because this guy just kind of, and grabbing this clearance thing from him, like you get clearance at different levels of the fucking building, and he's like having a seizure, like freaking out on the ground here. I'm a zombie. Alright, here I'm just gonna kind of show you some the combat, which it kind of gets rolling here. So yeah, as you'll see, the game just consists of, you know, picking up shit, throwing it at enemies, and then finishing them off with a gun. And then right there you'll notice like some of the slowdown. Not too bad right there, but a little bit. It's like a friendly. I think this is the first time I came across a friendly in the game. I don't know. I thought that was an enemy. I didn't understand what the green was. That's why I was trying to shoot at him there. And then you got like a melee move that you can do when you run up on people like that. You gotta watch out, yeah. See, those are those guys that shoot the grenades at you and stuff. Kind of annoying until later on when you can actually just grab them out of the air and throw them back. And then the little dots on the ground are like health. And so that meter at the top, that's kind of your resources as far as you're being able to use your different abilities. So as you can see, every time I pick something up and throw it, the bar kind of goes down, and then it slowly refills. The ammo and the guns is the thing that's like right around the reticle. Like I said, the ammo recharges automatically. You just kind of wait. It's hard to break the habit of like tapping X in the game. And you'll see me do it through some of these clips, because I just can't break the habit. Every time I want to reload, I just tap X. But what X does in this game, or Square I guess I should say, I'm playing on PS4, is it basically just like changes the weapon type. So you'll see a little bit later on here I have different weapons, and you can kind of switch the form. So the gun you have like morphs into different forms. Like it'll morph into a shotgun, SMG. Oh, that was a brutal hit right there. Like I hit all three of them with that. Took the two guys out in the back, took him down. And then boom. Lots of cool effects. You know, they're still using the engine that they use from Quantum Break. It has a lot of cool like effects on it. But yeah, that's me taking out a dude with some melee there. The white things on the ground are health. You have other things that are like different resources, like mods you'll see on the ground there, like different mods, stuff like that. Resources that let you unlock different things. And here's a look at the menus. So you have like the different sort of board countermeasures at the top there, where like just, you know, different things you can do, like kill a bunch of enemies and stuff like that, like almost like daily quests and like Destiny or something. And then here's a look at the map briefly real quick. Yeah, the map's a little hard to get around. They don't like show you waypoints. You just kind of have to look at it and figure out your way. There's elevators and fast travel points, so it's not too bad. but it does get kind of annoying sometimes. And then there's my shotgun stuff. But yeah, you have like different missions and side missions. You can track and untrack the different ones. The one at the top is always like your main mission. The ones below that are your side missions. And then the ones at the top there, those are like optional things, just like to get XP and stuff like that. And then here's like a neat little thing they have in the game. Like, not only do they have those like sort of Dharma initiative videos explaining different things, but they have this weird like finger puppet sort of TV show or something that you find randomly here and there throughout the thing. So this is almost like the I don't know, was it called Night something in Alan Wake, where it was like almost like a parody of the Twilight Zone. This is kind of like a different version of that in this game. So you can watch some of this. It's real silly and goofy. They do have a little bits of comedy sprinkled in this game here and there to kind of break up the seriousness of it, and this is definitely one of them. So they're kind of like related to like the lore and what's going on. I haven't really like seen all of these. I don't know how many there are, and I don't really know if they like tell you something really interesting about the story and the lore. But that's what it seems like so far from what I've found. Yeah, the white goes on forever. You can get lost in that white. That's what she said. More. Yeah, those are real silly and goofy, to be honest, but kind of fun. And then here I'm just going to show a little bit more of the combat. This is a little bit farther in the game, a little bit more advanced. His orbs like kind of teleport around. See, there I am. What I didn't realize earlier on in the game is that like when there's not objects to throw, you can just rip concrete off the floor out of the wall and then just throw that. So in a way, I kind of don't like that. It'd be funner if you really had to like be strategic with your, you know, debris and stuff like that. And I think that's what just makes it too easy, is you can always just have something to throw at the enemies. And so like I think it'd be a little bit more fun sometimes if, like, you know, see, like right there, I just rip out parts on the floor and throw that. There I am again. It'd be interesting if I had to move in further and find other stuff. Like I dodged that fucking rocket right there like a boss. But yeah, I think it'd be more interesting if you had to, like, be concerned with, like, you know, moving it forward, like throwing stuff, different things like that. Boom, hit you with the chair, bitch. I was playing a little bit too cautious right here. And then there's my actual shotguns. I still get in the bad habit of pressing X to reload when I don't need to. And that's what actually switches to your other modes. It's like right there, I'm an idiot. Yeah, I would love to see how this looks on a PC with a new graphics card, with all the RTX stuff, all the ray tracing, and all the fucking lighting effects, and the physics stuff. And I'm sure it runs better, because like I said, one of my problems with this game, at least on the PS4, and I feel sorry for anyone trying to play this on a base console, but boom! Bowling for enemies right there. But yeah, it just, like, I imagine on like a base PS4 or Xbox One, this game probably runs like absolute trash. Because the frame rate dips a lot on the PS4. And then here we're moving up. It's an actual, like, heavy enemy up here once I get up these stairs, where they take a bit more to like whittle down. So some of the enemies have like armor on top of just their normal health bar, and you have to knock their armor off. As you can see, that guy in the back there who just wants to fucking constantly shoot grenades at me. So you can put mods on your gun that like will do more damage to armor, but generally you just want to get rid of the fucking riffraff and then concentrate on them. But yeah, throwing stuff at them, once again, just like everything else in the game, is like what you want to do to sort of knock the armor off. Here I'm just kind of experimenting with how you can, you know, you want to be kind of on the level with these enemies. Like definitely trying to throw shit at them when they're behind cover and stuff like that doesn't really work. As you can see, I'm failing miserably to hit them. But look at all the debris and effects and stuff. It's really super cool. Like, I love the way it looks. Yeah, get rid of that guy. See, now I knocked his shield down. I just got to kind of whittle this guy down. There's my shotgun here. Get the fuck out of there. Yeah, but like I said, later on you can grab that stuff, the grenades out of the air, throw it back at them. That's pretty fun. Hit him with the fucking legs of a chair, and then eat that fucking filing cabinet, bitch. But yeah, you have some heavy enemies that come in here and there that you gotta take down. There's some boss type characters that pop up here and there. Not like really bossy like other games. It doesn't seem like. I haven't really come across anybody that felt like a major boss fight or anything like that. But yeah, you're just moving through. You can level up your abilities, get different stuff, modify your weapons, upgrade them. You have like different tiers of mods. But here I am sort of taking back control of this point here, transforming the building. As you can see, it'll completely morph around me once I get up and look around. So you're completely different there. It's a pretty neat effect, honestly. You know, kind of looks like Transformers, but a building form, I guess. I don't know. So here's this last little bit of combat where I have the levitate power. So it's cool, but you know, again, it's not like anything that makes the combat fun. It's just a way for them to like make traversal through the environments a little bit more interesting. Like, oh, let me see, I gotta float up on this, and go over here, stuff like that. There's some different enemy types here we kind of want to show off here. These like flying guys, they dodge a lot of your stuff, and this is my sort of SMG modification for the pistol or whatever it's called. But yeah, you can throw stuff at these guys, but they're so you can whittle their shield down with the weapon, but it takes a while to do that, especially with this gun. And it's hard to hit them, man. I don't know what the best strategy is for fighting these guys. Like, I still haven't figured it out, because it's just like they dodge everything. Oh, and here's the other one where you can like pull up stuff to like block bullets. This is another one of the powers. But again, it's like I barely use that because I'm just running around throwing shit at people. So it's like it's pretty rare that I want to use that to just like block bullets when I should be playing more offensively and stuff like that. So trying to whittle this guy. See, I think I just get lucky right here when I hit this guy, because it's like normally he would dodge, and I don't know. And then this is like when you mind control and take over an enemy. Just kind of hold down square, and then boom, he's on your side, and then he's gonna help me fucking take this guy down here. Boom, hits it from the back. Boom. But yeah. So that's a good look at Control. Kind of explains some of how this works and what it plays like and stuff like that.